Hi everybody! Now I know I'm coming at you looking like a splash between Manny Mue and Trisha Paytas got in like a genetic engineering accident, but I swear to you, I have a great tip I'm going to share with you today. Today is a tutorial on how to glue down your wigs using Got2b glue. Now normally I use spirit gum, and my one problem with spirit gum is after a while it starts to create buildup in your wigs if you don't clean it all the time. And honestly, sometimes you forget your spirit gum and you just don't feel like scrubbing it with a toothbrush for hours and hours on end. So, this is a nice cleaner method on how to apply your lace wigs that's also going to stick to your head for a very long period of time. I'm going to list out the stuff you're going to need. First things first, you're going to need some Got2b glue gel. You can use the black one or the yellow one. I recommend the yellow because that's the one I've tried. As well as Got2b glue hairspray, which you probably already have. Some scissors, and a wig cap.
Let's get this tutorial started, bro.
Let us remove our wig cap from its packaging. They usually give you two if you're lucky. If they give you one, well, you just weren't that lucky, I guess. Now, for the most part, this is kind of optional, but if you wear wigs that have hard parts in them or you want them to match your scalp down or look like it's growing out of your head more naturally, a wig cap is a good option, but for a big style drag wig, it's kind of just an extra step you don't really need to take. But I'm just showing you guys how to do it. Pull it over your ears, and this may be a little uncomfortable, but I swear to you, we're going to cut around it. It gets more comfortable as we progress. Now, you want it to look like you're about to rob a bank, and you want to make sure it's covering down all of the edge hair here, a little bit past it, because you don't want to get any of your actual hair into it. You might pull it out. You don't want to make yourself bald faster. Unless, of course, you're a bald queen, which, you don't have to worry about that step. Next step, we're going to take the Got2b glue gel. We're going to take a good amount of this. And be wary, this stuff gets very, very sticky and very, very tacky. We're going to place that around our hairline. And since I am a lady with a more delicate, one might say masculine hairline, I'm going a little lower, just, to soften up my edges so you don't see, my actual hairline that's a bit masculine like I mentioned before. Let's not talk about it. Anyways. Oh, and I forgot to mention it before, you're going to need a hairdryer too. I'm sure you have one of those. All right, and I'm just going to tap this on around the hairline, getting good amounts of it. And what I like about this method is, for instance, say you are traveling and you forget your spirit gum. Spirit gum can oftentimes be really hard to track down depending what cities and stuff you visit, or costume shops often have very few hours of the time of day they're open, and you probably can't get your hands on any. So you can get this stuff way cheaper than spirit gum, and it works just as well. It made a believer out of me, because many of times I have been in cities where I couldn't glue my wigs down because I didn't have the spirit gum with me, or believe it or not, it spills in my suitcase from the TSA going through my makeup case. I've ruined lots of makeup with that too. Okay, now to dry it, I'm going to go over it with a blow dryer and make sure it's on the cool setting. Okay, it is dried clear down to my head. It is nice and dry. I do it for about 10 minutes with a blow dryer on the cool setting. Now, when you do this, bear in mind that this method is used by girls to keep wigs on for days at a time, but for us drag queens, we're only going to be in our hair for a few hours, so we don't really need it to be on for days at a time. So if you want to remove it, what you do is get some warm water on a washcloth and dab it, and just take your time and slowly peel it up. And just be sure to wash the area thoroughly with a makeup wipe, that way you don't get any acne or anything. Now we're going to start the next step. Now that I got the PSA part over. We're going to take our scissors and we're going to cut around the wig cap. Almost like we're doing surgery. And if you find that you glued it down a little too low on your head, that's perfectly fine. What you can do is go over it with more glue and just cut it a little shorter. If you find that you cut it a little too low on your forehead, what you do is you just cut it up and just go over it again with the glue and dry it again down to your skin. And careful around your ears. Cut it upward like that. And tuck it behind your ear. Or in excess, I just pull behind and tuck it under. And be sure and trim away any of the excess stuff. And we're going to go back over these little edges so they don't roll up like you see right here. So, taking more of our glue. Now I'm going around the edges where I cut so they don't roll up again. All right, we're going to dry it again. Yeah. And you can really flatten it down with the end of a brush or the end of a comb. I'm using the end of a makeup brush. Thank you, Blend Party. All right, now comes the final layer of glue. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take a little bit of it and go over a little bit underneath the section that we glued down. You can catch a little bit of your skin with this. We don't need a terrible amount of it because it's already got a lot of glue here and it should be a little tacky from before. And for this step, we're only gonna half dry it because this is the layer that glues the hair down. And we want the glue to be tacky. I keep saying glue, it's gel, it's hair gel. All right, now we're gonna dry it halfway and go over with the hairspray as well. All right, now it's time to put our wig on. The wig glue has gotten tacky from the drying, so we're gonna take our wig, I'm using this girl here, and we're gonna put the hair on. And we do it from front to side. Press the front down, and then work your way down to the sides. Dabbing your fingers on. And the way I put it on, I put the lace underneath the wig cap, so it's touching my skin. And that little area where we put the glue and the wig cap met, it's that little bit of skin where it met, and that's where our lace is touching. And your fingers may be sticky from doing this, so use the back end of a brush or something to flatten the wig down. I feel like the wig is secure, so I'm gonna go through with the hairdryer on the cool setting and dry it down further. So if you find you have excess on your skin, what you do is you take a Q-tip with some warm water and just slowly scrub that away a bit. Almost like you're dabbing it, because you don't want to take off any makeup you may have on. Unless you're doing this before you put your makeup on, which, by case, completely up to you. And just be careful because you also use warm water to remove this from your head as well. So just know that you're playing with fire. In this case, you're playing with water. And I'm just going to go over it one more time to dry it, just to give it that extra layer of security and to make sure it's completely dry. All right, and this is the wig freshly glued down and dry. What do you think? I think the hairline's pretty sickening if you ask me. I really wish I knew this trick back when I filmed the promo shoot because my hairline was hard in that photo. But looking back at it, I look sickening and I'm still sickening now. So I guess you live and you learn. Now this trick is super, super simple. And like I said before, if you're in a fix and you can't find spirit gum, this is a really cheap alternative because I'm sure there's a Rite Aid or a Walgreens or whatever drugstore equivalent in your area should be around there and carrying both these items. And the only reason I prefer this to spirit gum is because honestly, with spirit gum, it starts to clump up, and especially if over time, you start to see makeup clumps in it and it becomes harder and harder to blend it down to your skin without having to clean it all the time. And I haven't experienced that with this yet. Plus, it's way easier to clean out of a wig, just a little warm water and alcohol. Now, let's test this wig and see how secure she really is. Well, that seems sexier in my mind. As you can see, it stayed intact. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and comment down below anything you want me to do next. I am listening. And don't forget, I may be a little less active these next couple of months because I'll be in Provincetown with my one-woman show. I have a one-woman show. Alrighty, thank you guys so much, and bye!
Click here and learn how to style a beehive. Or learn how to color jewelry. Come on, click it. You know you want to. If you don't click it, I'll tell Nina Bonina Brown to insult your outfit on Instagram Live. Come on, click it!